Today's topic is recurrence relation. What is recurrence relation? A recurrence relation is ultimately an equation. It is an equation that ultimately defines the sequence, because ultimately we are finding the sequence. But to find out the sequence, we have to follow some rule. It is based on one rule. That rule is is to find the next term based on the previous means what? Let us take an example. The example is n factorial. Here we are finding the factorial of n based on the previous term. So what's the previous term of n? So we need to write n into n minus 1 factorial. That means the factorial of n depends on its previous factorial. Similarly, n minus 1 factorial depends on its previous term called as n minus 2. So it depends on n minus 2 factorial. So ultimately n of n factorial depends on its previous terms like n minus 1, n minus 2. It goes on till what? It goes on till 0, where we can write factorial of n is 1. Is what? 1 if n is equal to 0. Otherwise it depends on n into n minus 1 factorial for n is greater than 1. So this is how we can write the equation, and this is called as recurrence relation. Let us take the another sequence. So the sequence we are using over here is, let's say, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. That means each term depends on its previous term. That means it is twice of the previous. So how I can write it? So let's say we have to find out the n plus n term. It depends on its previous. That means it depends on a of n. Previous is n, no? So it is twice of that. Or we can say a of n is equal to twice of a n minus 1 term. Right? So this is the sequence that we have. But till what we can write it? We can say if while n is greater than or equal to 1, because we should know the first term, then we can find out the other term. That means the first term needs to be known to us. That means we can say the first term is a of 1, which is equal to 2. So this is what the equations that we are having. If we want to solve this particular equation, to solve these equations, if you go on solving, we can say a of n is equal to 2 raised to n for all n greater than or equal to 1, and a of 1 is equal to 2. So this is called as solution to given equation. This is solutions to the recursive function. This is called a recursive function. This is recursive function. This is recursive function, and this is the solutions to this particular equation. Now let us learn where shall I use the recursive function in our program. Now let us write one function called as test, which will print the n values for us. Let us take that n values are n, and it is an input or parameter to given function called as test. Now I am writing here, if n is greater than 0, I am printing that value using cout n, and we make a call to the test function once again, where we are passing a parameter n minus 1. Now let us go into the details of this function, what this function is going to do. Let us take this n as 5. N is 5. What it will do, it will come inside and it will check whether n is greater than 0. Yes, as n is greater than 0, 5 is greater than 0, it will print 5 and it will make a call to n minus 1. That means it will make a call to the test function and it will pass 4 as a parameter. That means when our n is 5, what it will do, it will print the value 5 and it will make a call to the test of 4. when n is 4 when n is 4, that time it will check whether it is greater than 0. Yes, and it will print that 4 and it will make a call to test of 3. The next, when we make a call to test of 3, it will check whether it is greater than 0, then it will print this 3 and it will make a call to the test of 2. Again, when we make a call to test of 2, it will check whether it is greater than 0, it will print that 2 and it will make a call to test of 1. When it makes a call to test of 1, 1 is greater than 0, so it has to print this 1 and it will make a call to test of 0. When it will make a call to the test of 0, whether 0 is greater than 0, no, so it does nothing. So this particular tree is called as tracing tree normally, but in case of recursive function we call it as a recursive tree. And it is obvious to see, this recursive tree tells us each and everything. What it will do, it will print, this particular function will print 5 4 3 2 1 on the screen. We have written simple 3 lines code to print this particular sequence. Here this particular sequence, that means we cannot say it will only used for printing 5 to 1. We can pass 100 as a parameter to print all the values from 100 to 1 in decreasing order. Definitely, let us write this particular function again and let us analyze this function. Let us write this void test void test int of n. If n greater than 0, cout n and test n minus 1. Now our job is to analyze this function. Let's say how many times this particular function, we need to write in terms of t. The function needs to be write in terms of t, so it's t of n. Let's say how many times these conditions will, how many times this particular cout will be printed. Let's say only one time. This is again a function, call to the function, and we know test of n is written like this, so we must write t n minus 1 because it is again a function call. It will get executed. So totally how many times this particular function will get executed? So t of n will be calculated the addition of all these terms, time. So the execution time of all these will be get added, so it's 1 plus t of n minus 1, and t n minus 1, its previous term. T of n की ये previous term है t n minus 1. So the time of n depends on, it depends on the previous term. So this is called as recursive function. Now